Hello dear students, hope all of you are fine. Today we are going to study about glands. Our today's study objective at the end of this online session, you will be able to define gland, outline the development of gland, general criteria of glands, classification, common architecture, and criteria of serous and mucous acini. Definition: what is gland? A gland is a cell or organ of secretion made of specialized secretory cells derived from surface epithelium on which it opens. So, gland, it may be a cell or an organ, and it is specialized for secretion. This is derived from surface epithelium and on which it opens. This figure showing the developmental outline of gland. Here the surface epithelium, there is inner proliferation of epithelial cell. This proliferated cell, these are the cellular clusters. And here in the cluster of cell, there is a canal form. It is called canalization. Canalization of cell, proliferated cell. And this canalization, there is a group of cells, they are called secretory entities, and these are excretory duct. After development, some glands lost its connection with the surface epithelium. In this case, it is called endocrine gland. And if it is maintain its connection with the surface epithelium, it is called exocrine gland. So, is surface epithelium, proliferation of surface epithelium beneath the tissue, then the proliferated cellular cluster, then canalization of the cellular cluster, and loss of connection with the surface epithelium. General feature of glands. Gland can be present as a discrete organ or in the layers of viscera. The secretory cells of glands from functional units called secretory end pieces, which are either flask-shaped or cylindrical in shape. It is epithelial in origin. The fluid secreted by the gland contains enzyme, hormones, mucus. The rate of secretion is modulated by the nervous and hormonal influences. Now, classification of gland. Based on the site of secretion, gland can be classified on several bases. One is based on site of secretion, where the product of gland is secreted. In this basis, glands may be two types, exocrine gland and endocrine gland. Exocrine gland secretes its products onto a surface through ducts. Here duct will be present. And endocrine gland secretes its products into the bloodstream. Example, thyroid gland. An exocrine gland example is salivary gland. Based on the number of cell, unicellular gland and multicellular gland. Unicellular gland, there is only one cell. Example is only one gland in our body, that is a goblet cell. It is present in respiratory tract and intestinal tract. And others are multicellular gland. Except goblet cell, all glands are multicellular glands. Based on number of ducts and shape of secretory end piece. On the number of ducts, simple gland and compound gland. Simple gland has one duct and compound gland has more than one duct. The ducts are classified as minor duct and major duct. According to the shape of secretory end piece, the shape may be tubular, the shape may be alveolar in shape. Here the classification of gland according to the number of duct and its shape. Compound gland has more than one duct, major duct and minor duct. Compound gland may be tubular, may be alveolar or acinar, and tubulo-alveolar or tubulo-acinar. Tubular glands, example are cardiac gland of stomach and Brunner's gland of duodenum. Alveolar gland, parotid gland is the example of alveolar gland. Look at the figure, these are alveole shape. This is the major duct and these are the minor duct. These are tubule shape. Tubulo-alveolar, both tubular shape and both alveolar shape secretory end piece are present. Example, sublingual and submandibular salivary gland. This is the major duct and these are the minor duct. Simple gland may be tubular, alveolar. Tubular gland, again straight, branch and coil. Straight is intestinal crypt, branch, uterine gland, fundic and pyloric gland of stomach, coil, sweat gland. Alveolar, unbranched and branched. Unbranched urethral gland and branched are sebaceous gland and tarsal gland. Based on the mode of secretion, how a gland secretes its product. It may be merocrine gland, it may be apocrine gland, it may be holocrine gland, it may be cytocrine gland. So, based on the mode of secretion, glands are 4 types: merocrine, apocrine, holocrine, cytocrine. Merocrine gland secretes its product by exocytosis process. There is no loss of cytoplasm of gland. Apocrine gland, during secretion, it lost its apical portion of cell. Holocrine gland, during secretion, total cell rupture. That means total cytoplasm of glandular cell comes out. These are holocrine gland. And cytocrine gland, these glands secrete or produce a mature cell. Example, testes and ovary. Based on nature of secretion. On nature of secretion, gland may be serous gland, mucous gland, and both seromucous gland. Example of serous gland, parotid salivary gland. Example of mucous gland, sublingual salivary gland, and mixed gland are submandibular salivary gland. Now, general architecture of a compound gland. Compound gland means it has both major duct and minor duct. Like lymphoid organ, gland also have 2 basic things. One is parenchyma, one is stroma. Parenchyma is a secretory portion composed of secretory entities and ducts. Secretory entities are acini, tubules, tubuli acini. These are the shape of secretory entities. Ducts are intralobular duct, interlobular duct, and main excretory duct. Stroma. Stroma composed of capsule, septa, loose intralobular connective tissue supporting the parenchyma. Look at the figure. This is the example, this is a figure of compound tubuloalveolar gland. This is the major duct, these are the minor duct. This is alveolar shape and this is tubular shape, Now the differences between serous acini and mucous acini. We know according to nature of secretion, gland may be serous, gland may be mucous. Serous cell secrete thin watery-like secretion and mucous acini secrete thick viscous-like secretion. Secretory granule in serous acini are zymogen granule and in mucous acini are mucigen granule. These are zymogen granule, these dots are zymogen granule and these dots are mucigen granule. Shape and position of nucleus. In serous acini, nucleus are round shaped and centrally in position. In mucous acini, nucleus are flat and peripherally in position. Size of lumen. In serous acini, lumen is small. In mucous acini, lumen is large. Appearance of cell boundaries. Indistinct cell boundaries. Cell boundaries indistinct and cell boundaries in mucous acini distinct. Staining reaction in hematoxylin and eosin. That means in rooted stain, serous acini darkly colored and mucous acini it is lightly stained. Function, serous secrete serous fluid, their enzyme action and mucus protection and lubrication. Example of serous acini, parotid gland, and example of mucous acini are sublingual gland. This is the figure of serous acini. Look at the shape of cell, pyramidal in shape, nucleus round, central in position. These are zymogen granule, lumen small in size, boundaries ill-defined boundaries, and darkly stained. Mucous acini, large size of lumen, oval shape of cell, flat and peripherally placed nucleus, mucigen granule, clear-cut boundaries. This figure, this is called seromucous acinus. Look at it is mucous acinus and over the mucous acinus, serous acinus is forming a cap that is called serous demi-lune, like half moon. That's why it is called serous demi-lune. Major 3 salivary glands are the best example of exocrine gland. They are sublingual salivary gland, parotid salivary gland, and submandibular salivary gland. Sublingual salivary gland mixed but predominantly made of mucous acini. Whereas parotid gland, it is purely serous gland, and submandibular gland, mixed gland, but predominantly serous acini. In sublingual gland, compound tubuloacinar gland. Parotid gland, compound acinar gland. Submandibular gland, compound tubuloacinar gland. Sublingual gland, duct system poorly developed. In parotid gland, duct system well developed, and in submandibular gland, duct system moderately developed. In sublingual gland, few adipose tissue or adipose cell present. In parotid gland, more adipose cell present, and in submandibular gland, more adipose cell present. Look at here, this figure, this slide showing only serous acini. This is only serous acini. These are group of acinar. This is a lobule. This is a lobule. This is a lobule. This is a lobule. Total gland is covered by a capsule and capsule septa. This septa divides the gland into lobule. So this is the example of parotid gland, as there is no mucous acini present, only serous acini present, and we know parotid gland contain only serous acini. It is purely serous in nature. These are the identifying points of parotid gland slide. Only serous alveoli present, composed of lobules separated by interlobular connective tissue septa. Ducts are profuse and prominent. Group of adipose tissue present. Look at here, serous acini and as well as mucous acini also present. So it is mixed type of gland. As serous acini are mixed in number, so it is sublingual salivary gland. This is submandibular salivary gland. Submandibular salivary gland. Submandibular salivary gland contain both serous acini and mucous acini, but serous acini are more in number. Excretory duct present and scattered adipose tissue present. This slide is showing the figure. This is the flat peripheral nucleus. We know in mucous acini nucleus are flat and peripherally present and lightly stained. Serous demillion may present, interlobular duct. These are the lobule, serous acini, but more mucous acini is present. So it is sublingual salivary gland. Mucous alveoli abundant, few serous alveoli present. Interlobular connective tissue prominent. Excretory duct present. Pancreas, one of the mixed type of gland in our body, it is important. Pancreas both endocrine portion and exocrine portion present. From exocrine portion, varieties type of pancreatic enzyme secreted, and from endocrine portion, a group of cell present from where insulin, glucagon, somatostatin, pancreatic polypeptide, this type of hormone are secreted. In pancreas, the duct system contains centroacinar cell. It is a unique feature of pancreatic acini. These are the islets of Langerhans cell. It is the endocrine portion. It is the endocrine portion, and rest of the portion are the exocrine portion. As they are darkly stained, so these are serous acini. Darkly stained serous acini of pancreas. Liver is the largest metabolic organ and mixed type of gland of our body. In the cross section of liver, there is hexagonal hepatic lobule seen. Central vein in the center of hexagonal hepatic lobule. Hepatocytes are readily arranged from central vein towards the periphery. Portal triad lies between the lobule containing a branch of hepatic artery, portal vein, and bile ducting. These are the hexagonal shaped hepatic lobule. In the center, there is central vein. From central vein, hepatic lamina, periphery arranged hepatic lamina. So today, all of this, thank you very much. Hope to see you soon. Stay home, stay safe.